You know what? I actually have a question. If there's an absolute zero, is there like an absolute like max for the heat?
Everything everything we're talking about space is almost an infinite.
So wait, then how is there an absolute zero?
There is no absolute zero.
There's not?
No, because you can go to negatives. The thing about math in general is everything is infinite, especially when we talk about space.
Temperature. Like,
yeah, there's no.
I thought, isn't there an
So Donadio is there is an absolute zero. I don't know how it works. I know it's like in this very, very controlled like environment within this like chamber being, something with like a laser. It's like a very I don't know how it works.
Okay.
There is something called an absolute zero. I don't know a lot about it. I do know that it exists.
Well, what happens in a lab, I don't think is a practical example of like
what the universe is capable of.
Because technically, if you're talking about like, and I don't even know how that works. I don't know how you can even detect like what is an absolute zero.
Yeah,
there's no absolutes in math. That's the problem. Mathematics in general doesn't work in the fact of like any absolutes.
Yeah.
Like and especially when we put that to scale in space, nothing is.
Okay.
It's infinite.
So I can explain this because now I understand what it's talking about.
Okay, come on.
So because heat, energy, particles, energy moving around, right? That's how heat is created when particles are moving.
Yeah.
Absolute zero is essentially the lowest movement of any particle you can obtain.
Okay.
Theoretically, which would be absolute zero. It is something you can obtain, and there. I believe it is. It's
and that's only in the
possible?
moon or the.
Hasn't it been like obtained for milliseconds before?
No, so it is not. Physicists. This is what Google says according to. This is the Smithsonian. It says .com. I know that technically we don't usually trust .coms. Usually it's like whatever, but I will believe the Smithsonian. I do know that that's the big ass museum.
Yeah.
It's not possible according to physicists, but it is the coldest conceivable temperature known, and long ago calculated to be minus 459.67 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, let's see. That's bullshit. I already don't agree with that.
Why?
Because in the depths of space, like the light years and light years and light years between like whole galaxies.
Sure.
I'm sure it's colder. We just don't know. That's why it specifically said. Well, no, it didn't say conceivable. Well, it did say conceivable, but it said what was the word? It said it was like currently measured or. No, it said as no.
It says it's the lowest temperature is theoretically possible.
Has other countries been to the moon then?
No.
Yes.
Well,
other countries that have been to the moon?
Well, not actual people.
No,
we've had probes. China just put a probe on, and I think Japan did too. I could be wrong about that, but I know China put a new probe on like last year or something.
So we have NASA, right?
Yep.
Is that other countries?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone from Mexico has their space agency to the Russians to China, a bunch of them. Though I will say NASA does have plans to go back to the moon, I think by 2026 or something like that.
Well, wasn't the Amazon?
Oh,
Amazon.
What is that? Blue Origin?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's his company.
But they went out of space, or they didn't go to the
moon.
the
Virgin Atlantic did that, and Blue Origins. They just went to orbit
recently, right?
Yeah, they both, but they're just billionaires that are competing. They're all about space tourism. That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, the money. Where they could get money from.
And yeah, but the biggest company out there besides like government-funded agencies is SpaceX. They're actually bringing people up to the space station and back.
That's what I was talking about. Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I mean Elon Musk wants to be on Mars within 10 years, and I really do believe that he will do it.
If anyone could do it,
honestly,
Elon could do
with
it.
how fast technology's been improving,
Shout
especially
you,
in
Elon.
that aspect.
You know which Elon I'm talking
I
about.
I think that's
because there's so many Elons.
My brother.
Oh, yeah, I knew.
Okay.
I knew that's what he was talking about.
I was gonna say, okay, Elon Manning.
Eli.
That's
Eli.
I know.
So please don't forget what you're talking about.
Sorry.
I was still on the episode 0 topic you were going on, just like to bring that to full round.
Yeah.
Because I think you asked, is there an absolute hot?
Yeah. Is there an absolute heat?
And you were also asking, is absolute zero possible naturally? It is not possible naturally. We can get close to absolute zero using cryogenic coolers.
My question is,
if
we can get close to it, how do we know it's absolute?
What do you mean?
How do you measure? Okay, so when you're detecting when you're measuring something, measuring by definition is on a scale, like you're scaling something. When you're getting to the close of absolute, high, low, anything, how do you actually know it is? You have no scale to scale it with.
No, I think we're missing the science of how cold and hot works. You need to have energy particles that are moving. You need that energy in order to have any heat. There is a limited point to once something stops moving, right? Once you have that no energy,
I guess I get what you mean.
Then you can't go. You can't just go past no energy.
I guess I get what you mean.
So we cannot obtain absolute zero due to the fact that I guess there's a limitation.
Well, let me put it this way: if you had a probe in there testing that, you're already having too much.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I think, and it says that we are close to it. We get close to it by using something called laser cooling, which has produced temperatures less than a billionth of a Kelvin. But even using how cold those are, we cannot actually reach absolute zero.
So wait,
but
would absolute,
sorry.
Would absolute zero just be the particles pretty much stop moving, or just about to stop moving? Because
I think it's
if
just
the
as
particles
close as we
just
can.
stop moving.
Well, I don't think it's about them stop moving. I think the point is the particles can't be there because the particles are there. It's actually warming up.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, they'd be warming each other.
I don't think you can freeze the particles, which I think.
You're saying if you just completely remove the particles.
Well, that thing is you can't.
There's
yeah,
nothing.
Exactly. I was gonna say, is that even possible?
Then there's nothing.
You wouldn't be able to even test the experiment because there's. There is no such thing as nothing. I mean, there's something everywhere. It's.
And also, I googled, is there an absolute hot? And
me.
This is
No.
this is not exactly a trusted source. It's literally called thesciencealert.com.
Yeah.
However, it was just one of the first things popped up. It said that the highest temperature possible that matter can attain, according to conventional physics, has been measured at a number that I can't even fathom.
What is it?
I can't pronounce
Well, because
it.
I feel
There's no word to
Wait,
this.
what? Let me see.
No, there's not a word for how big this number
heat
is.
is not
Wait, what is it?
Those are all zeros.
Okay, wait. Let me see.
You literally, there's no word for it.
is that in Kelvin though?
I can actually try.
No, it's both in Fahrenheit and Celsius.
Why didn't
both
they
of
just
them.
do to the power? Okay, so
Because it's not a trusted
There's no
website.
word. It doesn't matter. Whatever you're about to say. Doesn't matter.
Wait, can you do that again?
it's 2 decillion 556
Bullshit.
nonillion.
Bullshit.
Decillion, you know that number?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a number. Okay, doesn't it go?
He
It
just
goes,
made it up. He just absolutely made it up.
no. Doesn't it go hundreds, thousands, millions, billions,
like-
trillions, quadrillions, quintillions, sextillion, septillion, octillion, nonillion, and decillion?
Decillion?
Yeah.
So
I'm
I
dyslexic.
knew
I don't know.
up to sextillion. I didn't know past that.
Yeah,
That is very
I
cool.
laughed when we got to sextillion in math class, and I didn't hear anything after that.
That's dope. I did not know that.
I'm pretty sure.
I think he made that. I'm really not going to give him.
No,
I'm not
honestly,
giving credit for that.
Look up if decillion is a thing. It's DECI.
DECI.
Decillion?
Sounds like Italian.
I don't know.
I know, that's what I was thinking. I was like,
Decillion
I want to go to a pizza place. Can I get a
Is
slice of
1 followed
decillion,
by
please?
33 zeros.
Decillion.
I can't even fathom.
Decillion number. That's numbers bigger than a trillion. It's 33 numbers of zero. It's a decillion.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, that's a decillion then.
That's insane. Yeah, that's crazy.